we've finally seen the stock market start to weaken. But is it really a crash just yet? The Nasdaq is only down around about 10%, while the S&P 500 is actually doing even better, down only about 4.5%. So would I say it's a crash for now? No, of course not. Certainly a bit of a pullback for sure, but no crash just yet. But we are definitely starting to see some weakness in the market recently. For all of you that have only been investing for about 6 to 10 months or so, potentially prepare for a bit of a shock on what may come next. I'm not saying anything's going to definitely happen for sure. I don't have a crystal ball, of course, but just keep an eye out. It could potentially get ugly. Maybe people are starting to realise that some of these ridiculous valuations on some of these tech stocks don't make a whole lot of sense. But over the past nearly month or so, while the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq have been falling, there's certainly been a lot of these kind of tech stocks that have been hurt a lot more. Some of these stocks are down 10, 20, 30% plus. And because of this, we are starting to see some more buying opportunities open up finally. And today I'm going to share with you guys 5 of these opportunities that I've seen pop up in the market. I'm going to share with you 5 stocks that I think are definitely a buy if we start to see the stock market keep going down or a stock market crash. In this video, I'm just going to give a brief overview of each stock because I don't want this video to be dragged out too long. I want it to be a reasonable length of time. But obviously, if one or more of these stocks pique your interest, then you can go and do your research. Just before we get into anything, guys, of course, don't forget to hit the like button. Make it blue, please. Helps the channel out massively. And if you keep coming back to my videos and you aren't subscribed, why don't you subscribe? It'll keep you updated. Anytime I post a new video, it'll let you know. Alrighty, the first stock up is the RELA. Ticker symbol REAL, REAL. Currently the REAL's sitting at around $22 with a market cap of $2 billion. And damn, it had a massive fall today of over 7%. For the month or so, it's down about 22%. So this one has definitely been hit pretty hard. And the REAL is basically an online marketplace to buy and sell vintage designer clothes and designer goods. You know, designer handbags, watches, clothes, that kind of thing. Think of it as a luxury consignment store, but online. They actually hand check and authenticate every single item before sale. So it's fair to say you're actually a lot safer buying a used designer product off of the REAL than what you are something like eBay. It's a company that's very big on sustainability and diversity as well. And the company is expected to grow 43% this year and 29% next year. The company is definitely growing fast. The only problem is that it's not currently profitable right now, and it's not really expected to be profitable for the foreseeable future, at least 2 years or so. So that's certainly a risk that you take with this one, but again, the balance sheet is very solid. But I think this is a good business. I think there's definitely a market out there for what the REAL provides. And honestly, I think if this one drops under $20, it's actually a pretty good deal, and I might actually look at buying some shares. Alrighty, the next one up is Tattooed Chef, ticker symbol TTCF. I love this one, especially right now because it's sitting under $20 a share. It's currently at $19.28. You can see here it's got a market cap of $1.38 billion roughly. Trades around there, $1.4, $1.5 billion range. And look at that, it's had a 4.6% move down today. Over the month, it's down about 22% also. So again, it's being beaten down quite a bit. It's actually been downtrending ever since January or so, and it's actually down around 28% since then. So definitely a bit of a downtrend right now. But basically, Tattooed Chef is a plant-based food company. They produce and sell a wide variety of plant-based foods, and obviously their product range is going to continue to expand over time. And I've actually owned this one before it got very popular on YouTube. I've actually owned this one since the start of December around about. As we know, the market for plant-based foods is just getting bigger and bigger over time. People are just eating less and less meat nowadays, and I think that trend will continue. People are looking for more plant-based alternatives. So there's definitely a massive opportunity out there, a massive addressable market for Tattooed Chef to capitalise on. And personally, over time, I see Tattooed Chef being one of the biggest players in this kind of market. I've heard from plenty of people in the USA that they continue to see more and more Tattooed Chef products come to stores. And Tattooed Chef actually plans to expand into a lot of grocery stores either late 2021 or early 2022. So definitely watching out for that. There's definitely a big opportunity with this one to grow into one of those big staple food companies. I'm talking about anywhere between a 10 and $20 billion market cap in the future, in my opinion. So if you pick it up now for 1.5 billion, that's at least pretty much a 10x opportunity. That's huge growth potential there. Talking about huge growth, they expected to grow revenue 51% this year. What an absolute beast. The management team with this company is great too. The CEO, Salvatore Galletti, he's been in the food business for longer than you and me have been alive. He knows his stuff. Definitely. He knows this market. Recent news came out as well and said they've recently acquired $200 million onto the balance sheet. So that's a lot of money for this company to have just sitting around on the balance sheet when it's only worth $1.5 billion. They're worth $1.5 billion, they have $200 million on the balance sheet. It's pretty ridiculous. Big things to come with this one, and I'm very interested under $20. I think it's actually a great deal under 20, so I'm definitely going to be buying some more of this if it stays like this. I'm actually thinking of buying it this month. The current price is a good deal in my opinion. Alrighty, the next stock we have up is Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. I don't need to explain Amazon to you guys. You know what it is. It's a humongous company. Stock price is currently around $2,977 and has a market cap of 1.5 trillion. Easily the biggest company that I'm going to be talking about in this video. And the reason Amazon is actually interesting to me right now, because over the past month it's actually come down about 11%. And look, if you ask me whether in 5 years Amazon stock is going to be higher or lower, I'm saying higher. Amazon's forward PE right now is about 45. Yes, Amazon does always trade rich because it's Amazon. It's a bloody beast. It's absolutely disgusting that this company is valued at 1.5 trillion and it can still grow like it does. They're expected to grow 22% this year, and don't be surprised if they beat those numbers. Amazon usually always absolutely destroys analyst numbers. It's just an unstoppable monster at this point. When you start to look at obviously what Amazon has going for it, all of a sudden that forward PE doesn't seem so rich. It actually seems kind of cheap for Amazon. I don't own Amazon at all, so it's definitely one I'm considering picking up and adding to the portfolio. Would definitely be a nice addition. And I don't think it's obviously too overvalued right now. Jeff Bezos goated. Alright, number 4 is Cirrus Logic, ticker symbol CRUS. Currently trading at around $74 with a $4.3 billion market cap. And over the past month, she's actually come down about 17%, so it's been hit pretty hard. Now, Cirrus Logic make audio chips for electronic devices for a ton of different customers, like Apple. Apple is their main customer, and they actually get majority of their profits from Apple. I think it's something stupid like 70 or 80% of all their business actually comes from Apple. And that's a pretty big risk with this company. If overnight their relationship turns sour with Apple, then that's obviously going to be a massive hit to this company and its profits. Now, that is unlikely to happen, but it is still a risk that you take on if you decide to invest in Cirrus Logic. But at the end of the day, 5G phones, especially 5G iPhones, are starting to get rolled out now. This obviously means good news for Cirrus Logic. And they've said they have a new chip coming out in some new product. They couldn't give the details away, so my guess it's obviously some kind of Apple product. Apple likes to be a bit quiet about these things, doesn't like to reveal any information unless it's from them themselves. So I am quite bullish on this one, especially if it drops a little bit further. But it does still trade quite cheap for what it has going for it, in my opinion. And the last stock up here is Facebook, ticker symbol FB. Now, Facebook currently trading at around about $257. It's got a market cap of 733 billion. And obviously today it was up slightly, it looks, but over the past month or so it's come down about 5%, which is obviously doing a little bit better than most of the stocks I've talked here. But over the past 6 months ago, it's kind of been floundering about. It hasn't really done anything. It's stayed between the 250 and 280 range, really. Facebook, it's a huge company. I've talked about it plenty of times on this channel already. Actually talked about it in my last video where 3 stocks that I'm buying in this month, March. So I give a pretty good analysis or pretty good breakdown on Facebook in that video. Click up here to check that out if you're interested. So I'm going to just quickly run through Facebook stock in this video. Currently have about 15 shares of Facebook already, which I bought in an average price of just under $200 a share. And I'm definitely going to buy more of it this month. I'm sure you guys already know what Facebook is. They own the social media platforms, Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp. Also own Oculus as well. Oculus make VR gaming headsets, and the Oculus opportunity is actually getting bigger and bigger. It's going to be a big surprise, I reckon, that not a lot of people are seeing out there. It's just going to become a bigger and bigger part of their business as time goes on. Go look at the growth for other revenue, which is pretty much from Oculus in last quarter for Facebook, and you'll just see exactly what I'm talking about. But obviously they make most of their money from online advertising. I'm sure you see ads on Facebook and Instagram all the time. And really, Facebook and Google have a duopoly in this market. If you want to advertise online, you're either going to Facebook or you're going to Google. There's no one else really. And Facebook has a ridiculous amount of people and amount of data on people that use their platforms both daily and monthly. So you can target your ads very well. Whoever you want to get your ad in front of, Facebook will help you do that. Facebook is pretty much my favorite company out there. It's definitely the underdog of the big tech stocks. And I think it's easily the cheapest or most fairly valued out of the big tech stocks too. Again, I go into these specific numbers and whatnot in my last video, so if you are interested, definitely check that out. But yeah, if you don't own Facebook, consider doing some research and potentially picking up some shares, because it's good. But guys, that pretty much does it. That's the 5 stocks that I'm looking into if we see the stock market crash. Already kind of looking closely at these ones with the downtrend that's happened. Some of these companies look pretty good now as it is with the valuations that they're currently at. But what do you guys think? I would love to know. Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button as well and click the circle here to subscribe. Check out the video and playlist as well if it interests you. That's all I have for today though, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.